Welcome, and karibu everybody. Today we are going to have a special episode with a very special person, my husband, Mark.
Welcome! Oh!
Oh!
Thank you for magically letting me appear here.
Welcome on board. Thank you so much for coming today.
It's my pleasure.
I'm thrilled. At least this is getting more special every time. I give you a chance to introduce yourself to our dear viewers.
Okay. Hello, my name's Mark. I'm the husband of Beats. The whole idea of this 40k channel is actually my fault, so you're welcome. While we are waiting for an answer on our request to Lutin09 for permission to use his videos for further reactions, we need to fill up our weekly updates with an episode, and so we came up with something special, and that's why I'm here.
I am going to ask you several questions, and I hope I can get the answers that we need. So, my first question is, how long have you been in this hobby?
Well, I have been in this hobby since about 2018, 19, 6 years,
Wow.
7 years.
Wow,
It's not too long when you consider how old the actual franchise is.
that's right. But also depending on how well you do it, I'm really impressed because for 6 years, you look like an expert who has done it for the whole life.
I think I didn't show you enough of real experts of painting.
Yeah, maybe. What fascinates you on the hobby?
Well, mainly the lore. Well, actually, really the lore. And I'm also a fan of the tabletop. I play, not too often, sadly, because it needs a lot of time. But I have a big heart also for the painting and the hobby part on itself.
Oh, I also loved the playing part, only that it takes too long and I want to win. What fascinates you?
Sorry.
What factions are your favorites?
Well, I am a sucker for loyalists and imperialists. I love all kinds of faction, actually. There is not one faction I could say that really stands out.
But of course you have a favorite.
Which appears the most to me are the custodians. You know who the custodians are?
Could you please explain to me more about the
The
custodians?
custodians are the personal guard of the emperor. You
Oh.
know, the banana boys. The boys in gold.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting. I thought otherwise. What armies do you have?
Well, I started out with Ultramarines. I know, they are not so beloved all around the world, but the fact is they are a wonderful army to start with. And after that I branched out to Deathwatch. I loved it that you can include Space Marines from different chapters and mix them together. And after that I went to the Custodians, and well, it didn't stay by the Custodians, because after the Custodians I had the need to honor the Imperial Guard.
How about my favorites? Don't you have anything on the Sisters of Better?
Oh, actually I do have. I have a big Battle Force box which I bought by a Christmas special from Games Workshop of the Sisters of Battles. And I do got a squad of Saint Celestine and Retributors, which I will hand out to you.
Oh, much appreciated, but not at a cost, yeah?
No, of course not. You're my wife. You
Thank-
can have them. I anyway don't have any time to paint them and build another army.
That's really nice for me. Then I will have time to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Now, after this introduction, we thought that we could do an online 40k trivia game, looking how much my husband is able to answer and maybe explain some things to me. So, welcome to 40k trivia game. Much love. We are now on the page. The link will be:
In the description below. Let us start. First question.
which planet serves as the headquarters for the Adepta Sororitas? The 4 options we have is Ophidia 7, Bra, Medrengard, and Terra.
Well, I have actually no clue because I am not a real specialist with Sisters of Battle, but I would tip on Ophidia 7.
Okay. And now to our next question. What is fired out of an Orc shock attack gun? Our options are snortlings, squigs, electricity, rockets.
The shock attack gun I believe it's electricity.
Okay.
Oh, it's wrong.
Oops.
Oh, it fires out snotlings. I didn't knew that. I rather shoot on orcs than,
I love them. They are mushrooms. Snotlings is the correct answer.
The Orc Shock Attack gun fires out snotlings. Snotlings are a small goblin-like creature that are often used by orcs as cannon fodder.
Or for the various other purposes. In this case, the Orc Shock gun uses the snotlings as ammunition, launching them towards the enemy. This adds an element of unpredictability to the weapon, as the snotlings can cause havoc and confusion among the enemy ranks. I love that.
I bet.
Our next question is, by what title do the Dark Elder refer to the Chaos God Slanesh? Options: the Drinker of Shadows, the Dark Seeker, She Who Thirsts, She Who Hungers.
I'm not sure because She Who Thirsts, isn't that also said by the humans? I will go with that.
I also would go with the same.
Well, it's correct.
It's correct. Our next question is, which orc are labeled as such due to their role as caretakers and trappers of the squigs? We have 4 options: herders, mad boys, pain boys, wild boys.
Well, I know the mad boys, are those not like weird boys, like, psychers, I believe? Then the pain boys are the doctors, they take care of pain. Wild boy, I'm thinking between wild boys and herders, herding something, so I believe it's herders.
I see. Oh yeah, you were correct. The next question, which orc clan is known for a love of speed? We have Evo Sons, Snake Bites, Goths, or Blood Axes.
Well, my knowledge by
Orcs
orcish
is
stuff really low.
It's limited.
So,
and I love that part because this is a very good test.
yeah, that's true. That's fair. I believe it's Evil Sons.
Let's see.
Well, that's correct. Look at that. Woo! Next.
Whoa! Who is the current chief librarian of the Salamanders chapter? 1. Chief Librarian Velcona, Chief Librarian Varo Tigurius, Chief Librarian Lord Umogen, Chief Librarian Sabrine Loth.
I can just say that the second answer, Chief Librarian Varo Tigurius, is one of the most potent psychers of all Space Marines, except maybe Grey Knights. But he's an Ultramarine. I know that because I've got his model, so... yeah. Lord Umoyen, never heard of it. Chief Librarian Severin Loth, never heard of him. Maybe I should.
It's learning time every
You know what?
time.
Actually, it would be nice if you guys know
Who they
those
are.
2 chief librarians. Please explain it in the comments below. The chief, I believe, alone from the writing, how the name is spelled and everything, this is matching the fluff of the salamander. So I will go
Velcona?
with Velcona.
Let's see.
Well, there you
you guessed it right. Next question. Although there were 18 founding legions, 20 are known to have been created by the Emperor. Who were the 2 outcast legions? Number 1, 2nd and 11th, 2nd and 14th, 3rd and 11th, 5th and the 12th.
Well, I know that it's the 2nd and the 11th.
Let's see. Yeah, thank you for that educated answer because I would never have guessed.
Yeah.
I hear.
Do you know who is the first
18, the 20 sons of the Emperor of Mankind, and then they correct themselves every time they say the 18. And I have always wondered what happened, but now I've learned something new that they were kicked out.
Yeah.
New to learn. Next question. What is the highest attainable rank in any Tau caste? What is the highest attainable rank in any Tau caste? LA, A, O, or VRE? V-R-E. VRE. 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 How do you pronounce that?
Baby, I have no clue. Those are just, unwealthy beings ready to be purged. So I have really no clue. I think it's... I have really no idea. I go with L. Incorrect.
Ooh.
The highest ranked Tau caste is O. Okay.
Oh, okay. Why does the Space Wolf Dreadnought Beyond the Fell-Hearted have the title Fell-Hearted? The 4 answers are because he often fought with a power fist, because he only overkills with 1 arm, because he lost his arm during the Battle of Prospera. Nobody knows.
Phew. Well, no, I don't believe that he fought with a power face. I know that he's still alive.
Did he only have one arm?
But because he only ever kills with one arm. No, I don't believe that either. He lost
His arm during the Battle of Prospero?
This would make sense because the Battle of Prospero happened. It was the Emperor of Mankind ordered the Space Wolves to go and destroy Prospero. And Prospero belonged to the Thousand Sons, another Space Marine chapter. And this was a punishment because years before they had the Council of Nicaea, which they said that Space Marines aren't allowed to use psychic forces, you know. So in this council they said they are not allowed to use it. But the Thousand Sons, you know, it's their shtick. All what they're standing for.
Yeah.
Knowledge and magic and all this stuff. So the Emperor didn't like that, so he sent the Space Wolves with Leman Russ, their Primarch, to Prospero, and actually the idea was to capture Magnus, the Primarch of the Thousand Sons, and bring him back to Terra
Okay.
to stand for trial. But, you know, the message, the actual order have been transmitted through Horus, which on this point already was corrupted. And so he told the Leman Russ that he have the order to kill him.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Maybe that's where he lost his heart and then he was dubbed fell-hearted.
Beyond, yeah, maybe. Let's try it. Well, it's correct.
It's correct. Okay.
Because he lost his arm during the Battle of Prospero, this suggests that he fought bravely and valiantly despite his injury, earning him the title that reflects his determination and resilience in battle.
That is very educated, Mahar. Tyrannid organisms are usually at the vanguard of a tyrannid invasion. 1. Lictors. 2. Reapers. 3.
Gene
Gene
stealer.
stealers. 4. Termagants.
Well, I know that the Gene Stealers, you know, they infiltrate the planet long before the Tyrannid invasion come, but I mean at the vanguard, it means it's not long beforehand, so it's rather shortly before the big invasion, so I would go with Lictors.
Okay.
Incorrect, the Gene
incorrect.
Stealers.
It's the Gene Stealers.
Well, I wasn't wrong. I knew that the Gene Stealers, I just, yeah, okay. Fair. That was a trick question.
Yeah, it was. You were wrong. How many psychers are required daily to power the Imperial Astronomicon? 1,000? 100? 50? 10? Even I know this one.
So, what is it?
1,000. Yes.
The Imperial Astronomicon is a psychic beacon that allows spaceships to navigate through the warp. It requires a constant and immense amount of psychic power to function. The answer of 1,000 suggests that a daily requirement of 1,000 psychers are necessary to power the Astronomicon. This indicates that a significant number of psychers are needed to sustain the beacon and ensure safe warp travel for the Imperium. Do you
This
know
is
what
an
this
era that you don't want to live in.
No, especially not as a psyker. Well, there are sanctioned psychers, you know, they are tested and like holding chain that
Yeah. That they
they
cannot.
can control their psychic powers.
Yeah.
But for those who can't, they just collect them on the so-called black ships of
Yeah.
Terra, and then they bring them back to Terra, unload them on the Imperial Palace, and kill them.
Oh.
But for them, it's considered honor, or at least this is what they tell them. And yeah,
Okay.
also this device helps, as far as I know, the body of the Emperor to still stay alive. Because they also need a part of this psychic essence from these psychers to ensure that.
Okay. Next question. Who currently wields the ancient power sword known as Moonfang? The 4 possible answers are Kaivan Shrike, Kato Sicarius, Ragnar Blackmane, Korsaro Khan.
Well, I am struggling a bit between Kaiva Shrike and Korsaro Khan. I believe Moonfang. Well, it's for sure not Kato Sicarius. So let's go with Korsaro Khan, a White Scar. Well,
Whoa!
bravo.
Okay, next question. What did a wounded Marius Karlga duel and eventually vanquish at the Battle of the Sepulchre? Possible answers: Demon Prince, Necron Lord, Avatar of Cain, the Swarm Lord.
Well, I know that Manius Kalga lost his arms by battling a Swarm Lord. I'm not sure this Battle of Sepulchre. I don't believe that this was the battle against the Swarmlord. But you know what? I will go with the Swarmlord.
Swarmlord. Okay.
It's
Oh, it's incorrect.
The Avatar of... What the? He defeated the Avatar of Cain. You know, this is like a god
Yeah?
made manifest for the Eldar. It's an Eldar god.
Yeah, it's a highly skilled and experienced warrior.
Holy moly. But I really don't understand why people are flaming the Ultramarines. They do have some really cool and unique characters.
That's right.
Although maybe that's the reason, because
They
that
defeat
makes it-
everyone on tabletop.
Yeah,
so people will
they have a
not
lot
like
of plot armor.
That's
Yeah,
right. Next question. Who is responsible for fatally injuring the Primarch Robute Gurman and causing him to be frozen in stasis on Macragge? Demon Primarch Egron, Demon Primarch Fulgrim, Demon Primarch Logar, Demon Primarch Perturabo. I will go with
Fulgrim.
Fulgrim. Incorrect.
I know the Ultramarines.
I
I don't know everything, but
Which of the following factions is not featured in the Warhammer 40k tabletop war game? Space Marine, Orcs, Elves, Tau Empire.
the elves, because they are not elves in 40k, they're called Eldar.
They are called the Elders, yeah. Okay. Which Elder craft world was almost completely destroyed by the Telanid High Fleet Kraken? Ulthue, Altansa, Lyaden, Alaitok.
I go with Ulthwé. This is the only name here which bears some memories in me. Well, of course it's incorrect, but let's be honest. Who cares about those Xeno scum history? They just need to be wiped out.
This is a trivia you need to know.
No, I don't need to know this Xeno's yucky stuff.
The correct answer was Raiden. Raiden.
Lyanden. Or Ianden. Who
Raiden.
knows? Who cares?
Like Leon.
Xeno scum.
Which Imperial Guard commander is known for reconquering nearly 1,000 worlds in a 7-year campaign to take back world once lost to the Imperium? Lord Castellan Ursakar Ikrid, Lord Mogur Camille, Lord Solar Macarius, Lord Glaf Halazan.
Well, I believe it's Lord Solar Macarius.
Correct. Next question. Which Necron entities are primarily used to serve as guardians of Necron tomb worlds? Tomb Stalkers, Pariahs, Triarch Praetorians, Canoptek Spiders.
I believe
Tomb
Tomb Stalkers.
So?
Who cares? It's Xeno scum. It's
I do.
unworthy.
I want
Just
the correct
unworthy.
answer.
Okay, don't like them. Yes, how about... Oh, incorrect. Oh, Canoptek Spiders. Okay, didn't know that.
All Space Marines of the Iron Hearts chapter are required to undertake what act in honor of their Primarch? 1. Dip their arms in molten silver. I don't think so. Embark on a pilgrimage across the home world of Medusa to seek out the great silver worm. Have their left hand replaced with an iron sheathed cybernetic gauntlet. Replace as much of their organic tissue as possible with cybernetic replacement. That is the correct answer.
Well, I would also go with that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the left hand. Okay. Why the left hand?
Sorry, we failed. Which Catan god is theorized to be trapped in the Noctix Rebrinthus on Mars? Azagora the Nightbringer. Can you read them all? Because this is a tongue twister.
Magla Droth, the Void Dragon. Zara Noga, the Outsider. Mephetran, the Deceiver. You know what? It's again some Xeno's other... No. Emperor only. Everything else, scam. So I have no clue. But wasn't there a story with a Void Dragon on Mars? So I will go with the Void Dragon.
You're correct.
Good guess.
Yeah, that was a good guess. The Chaos Lord,
Typhus.
Typhus, was one known as whom? Tiberos the Redwick, Captain Erasmus Tycho, Captain Callas Typhon, Magna Titus.
I think it's Captain Callas Typhon.
I think it's
Typhoon.
Magnus Titus. You got it?
Which orc god is described as cunning but brutal? Mork,
Mork,
Gork,
Gork,
Gorka Morka, or none of the above? You remember one is cunning, brutal, and the
Yeah.
other is brutal and cunning.
Yeah.
So I would say, also one is cunning but brutal, and the other is brutal but cunning. So I would go with Morg.
Maybe it's Go. Yeah, it's Mark. They have almost similar characters. And which Dark Elder warrior holds the title of the Executioner? Lilith Hesperax,
Asdrubal Vect.
Draza, the Master of Blades,
Ictria Gularis. Never heard of her. Lilith I have heard, and Vect, Drazar, Master of Blades. Title of Executioner. I think Vect is more like a lord, no? He's not. Lilith? Maybe Lilith? Let's go with Lilith. Oh, it's Drazar. You know what? That was actually the first answer I would have given.
Me too.
Oh, but I thought too long about it.
Which homunculus discipline seeks to actively exterminate the elder race in order to awaken the elder god of death unite? Black
Black Conucoplans, Nemesines,
Cornucopia.
Phoenixes, Scarlet Europeans. I have no clue.
Sorry, first of all, you read Scarlet European, and it is Epicureans.
Let's go with the Europeans. Oh!
No, it's the Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Xenos come. Again, Xenos questions. Why are there so many Xenos questions?
Which Tyrannid organisms are bred for the sole purpose of defending a hive tyrant? This one you should know. Hive guard, tyrant guard, dominatrix, tyrannid warriors.
Well, I would go with the hive guard. I mean, it's in the name. What?
The tyrannid guard.
Are specifically bred to defend hive tyrants, tyrannic
It's a guard. Guards, their work
But
is... come on. The Chaos Warbird, known as the Lavengers, are successors of which traitor region? Sons of Horrors, Word Bearers, World Eaters, or Night Lords?
The Chaos Warbird, known as Ravagers, are success. I would say Night Lords, Ravagers. You're ravaging. It's it's also heretical. Incorrect, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. It was the World Eaters. Oh my God.
Yeah, which also makes sense, I guess.
By what means did Asdrubal Vect eradicate rival Archon Kelithresh and his entire realm? Tricked another Archon to war with Archon Kelithresh until both had been destroyed. Caused a space hulk filled with demons to crash into Archon Kelithresh's realm. Persuaded someone close to Archon Kelithresh to betray and murder him. Gave Archon Kelithresh a casket supposed to be bribe, only to unleash a black hole constrained within.
Well, that sounds plausible, but
yeah, it's really heretical.
I think it's the Space Hulk.
Incorrect. You have to know that it is heretic.
Yeah, I know it's heretic because it's not even human.
See, they gave him a black hole.
Yeah, okay, that was surprising.
Which fortified world of the Imperium watches over the Eye of Terror? Iago, Titan, Cadia, Boros Prime.
Maybe you can answer that.
Cadia.
Yeah.
I answered correct. Who was the very first Emperor's champion? Primarch Rogan Dawn, Chief Custodian Constant Valda, Malcador the Sigillite, Sigismund.
I guess it's Sigismund, because it's an Imperial Fist
I think it was the Primarch Rogan. Yeah, it is Sigismund. Correct. Which artifact is a revered relic of the Blood Ages chapter? The Tome of Velcona, the Blade in Carmine, the Glaive of Vengeance, the Spartian.
Ooh, I would go with the Blade in Carmine. Those are heavy questions.
Elder Harlequins worship which deity?
Cain, god of war. Kegorak, the laughing god. Isha, goddess of the hours. Inait, god of the dead. Well, it's Kegorak.
Which Imperial Fist captain was the founder of the Crimson Fists chapter?
Amanda Steer, Alexis Pollux, Sigismund, Efreid. I think it's Alexis Pollux.
Correct. Commissar Ibrahim Gott leads which Imperial Guard regiment?
The 13th Penal Legion, the Last Chancers. The 10th 1st Regiment, the 10th 1st and only. The 9th Vostroyan Firstborn Regiment, the Old Irascibles. The Catachan 17th Jungle Fighters, the Screaming Devils. I believe it's the Penal Legion. I believe it's the 10th 1st Regiment. I never read the book, but I know Gaunt's Ghosts.
Nice. Who is the High Admiral of Craftworld Leiden?
Eldrad Ulthran, Azurman, Illig Nightspear, Prince Iriel. I only know Eldrad, so let's go with that. Incorrect. Okay. Xenoscam.
The Tau race has accomplished how many spheres of expansion? 4, 3, 2, 5.
I believe 4. I don't know. Xenoscam. 5. Wow, they're getting out of hand.
Abaddon, the Despoiler, claims which Gloriana class battleship as his own?
The Nightfall, the Iron Blood, the Conqueror, the Vengeful Spirit. Well, I believe it's the Vengeful Spirit. At least the Vengeful Spirit was the flagship of Horus. And Abaddon, the Despoiler, he was the first captain of the Sons of Horus.
Correct. Next question. What is tactical dreadnought armor, also known as?
Power armor, artificer armor, terminator armor, or carapace armor. Well, it's terminator armor.
Correct. Which Tau weapon is predominantly used for close quarter shooting against heavy armed targets?
Smart missile system, burst cannon, fusion blaster, pulse rifle. Against heavily armed SMS. Shooting against heavily armed close quarters. Pulse rifle? No.
Incorrect.
Fusion blaster. Xenoscam.
What did the Ultramarines use to prevent Necron warriors from reanimating during the Damnos campaign?
Electricity, water, magnetism, vortex grenades.
Vortex grenade.
Yeah, I doubt that anything other would prevent our so sophisticated technology, heretical technology, from working. So somehow, if it would be anything else than a also sophisticated modern grenade, I would be surprised. So let's go with the vortex grenades. Incorrect.
It's magnetism. I thought to change about it.
So what do they do then on planets which have a strong magnetic field?
Our last question. Which Tau commander has been classified as renegade by his own race?
Commander Longknife, Commander Brightsword, Commander Farsight, Commander Puretide. As far as I know, Commander Farsight have split off from the Tau, so it must be him.
Correct.
Okay, and I believe with it, we are done with this week's episode.
Thank you so much, Sir Mark. It has been an honor, my husband, for you to be here.
Thank you for having me.
And to my dear viewers, he passed. He went over the pass mark, actually, because our pass mark was supposed to be at 60%, and he got 60 out of 100, which was
well,
perfect.
The Imperial questions, we could say I answered almost all of them, if not even all. But
so,
yeah.
Yes, it was an honor to have you here. Until next time.
Like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye-bye.